On the 12th of September 2024, the authorities in the DRC handed down the death sentence penalty to 37 people, 3 of which are American citizens. This means all 37 of them will be killed unless they appeal the verdict, which they only have 5 days to do so. But why did the authorities in Congo hand down this harsh sentence, and what is the reaction of the American government? Let's find out.
Now, at least 37 individuals, including 3 Americans, have been sentenced by a military court in DR Congo for their role in the failed coup attempt that took place in May this year. The 3 Americans were found guilty of criminal conspiracy, terrorism and other charges, and have been sentenced to death in a ruling read on live TV.
Congo has been dealing with severe insecurity problems for some years now, and throwing a coup attempt into this kind of situation is not really ideal. However, a coup attempt, though eventually failed, was exactly what happened in May this year. In the early hours of Sunday, May 19th, a coup was carried out in the Democratic Republic of Congo against its president, Felix Tshisekedi, in the capital Kinshasa. However, as reported by the DRC Army, the coup was successfully quashed as those involved were arrested. Initially, when this news was reported, local media stated that the perpetrators were only Congolese. But after much investigation, the DR Congo Army spokesperson Brig Gen Sylavin Ekenge revealed something shocking, which was that the suspects, which were 50 in numbers, included 3 Americans and a naturalized British citizen. At the time it occurred, the question was, were these Americans working by themselves, or were they a part of a larger plan? Well, nobody knows. But the DRC Army spokesman revealed on the state-run broadcaster RTNC TV that the situation was under control. His statement came hours after armed men attacked the house of Vital Kamerhe, the former chief of staff and close ally of President Tshisekedi, early that Sunday morning. According to witnesses, a group of about 20 assailants in army uniform attacked the residence, and an exchange of gunfire followed. The spokesman of Vital Kamerhe revealed on X that 2 guards and an assailant were killed during the attack. He also added that the Honorable Vital Kamerhe and his family are safe and sound. The men also occupied the Palais de la Nation, the office of the President of the Republic, which is located in the city center, a place highly secured by the Republican Guard. The DRC local media further reported that the assailants were members of the New Zaire movement linked to formerly self-exiled DR Congo politician Christian Malanga, who has an American citizenship. Christian Malanga had tried to enter politics in the DRC several times, but he failed and returned to the United States in 2012, where he formed the United Congolese Party, UCP. The UCP gained popularity among native Congolese abroad, and in 2017, Malanga created a government in exile in Brussels called New Zaire. On his website, Malanga argued that it was his time in the Congolese army that turned him against the Kinshasa government, denouncing its corruption and lack of concern for the interests of its citizens. After taking over the presidential palace, Christian Malanga filmed himself in a live-streamed video surrounded by several people in military uniform. He could be heard speaking in the local language, Lingala, saying that, "We the military are tired. We cannot march together with Vital Kamerhe and President Felix Tshisekedi. Felix, you're out. We are coming for you," Malanga further said, referring to President Felix Tshisekedi. The footage also showed military trucks and heavily armed men parading deserted streets in the neighborhood. Unfortunately for Malanga, however, he was shot dead at the presidential palace after he resisted arrest by security forces. His son, Marcel Malanga, was among the 3 American nationals arrested over the alleged coup attempt. As reported by the news, there was no link between the assailants and the DRC local army or members of security forces in Kinshasa. However, the attack raised some concerns among the local population on how the perpetrators succeeded in entering a highly protected place and attacking a high-profile member of the government. After the news was released, the U.S. ambassador to DR Congo, Lucy Tamlin, said she was shocked by reports that Americans may have participated in the coup attempt. Rest assured that we will cooperate with the DR Congo authorities to the fullest extent possible as they investigate these criminal acts and hold accountable any U.S. citizen involved, she said in a post on X. The attempted coup came amid a crisis gripping Tshisekedi's governing party over an election for the parliament's leadership, which was supposed to be held on the 18th of March, but was postponed. A day to the proposed election, the president met with parliamentarians and leaders of the Sacred Union of the Nation ruling coalition in an attempt to resolve the crisis amid his party, which dominates the National Assembly. He said he would not hesitate to dissolve the National Assembly and send everyone to new elections if these bad practices persist. Now, after the whole incident, the 50 people involved in the coup attempt were arrested and an investigation was launched. The investigations revealed that several members of the coup group, including the leader's 21-year-old son, Marcel Malanga, was threatened by Christian Malanga himself. Marcel told the court that his father had forced him and his high school friend to take part in the attack, while some others said they were threatened by Christian. Some others described that they were duped into believing they were working for a volunteer organization in Congo. However, according to Marcel's mother, her son is innocent and was simply following the orders of his father, who he is now dead. Since Marcel was arrested, she has focused her energy on fundraising to send him money for food, hygiene products, and a bed. Aside from Marcel, the other Americans convicted with the death sentence are Tyler Thompson, who flew to Africa from Utah with the younger Malanga for what his family believed was a free vacation, and Benjamin Ruben Zalman Poland, who is reported to have known Christian Malanga through a gold mining company. Despite this, however, the military court still found them guilty and on September 12th sentenced 37 of them to death, and the local media revealed that 14 of these people were already acquitted in a trial held in June. According to the reports, the open-air military court in the capital, Kinshasa, convicted the 37 defendants and imposed the harshest penalty, that of death, in the verdict delivered in French by presiding judge Meiji Freddy Ihuma. Interestingly, while their sentence was read out, the three Americans, wearing blue and yellow prison clothes and sitting in plastic chairs, appeared stoic. But what has been the reaction of the U.S. government since the death sentence was announced? Well, after the verdict was announced on Friday, the U.S. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller told reporters in Washington that the U.S. government was aware of the verdict and that the department has not declared the three Americans wrongfully detained. This means that it is highly unlikely that U.S. officials would try to negotiate their return. Miller further said that, "We understand that the legal process in the DRC allows for defendants to appeal the court's decision. Embassy staff have been attending these proceedings as they've gone through the process. We continue to attend the proceedings and follow the developments closely." Further investigation into the case revealed that one of the Americans, Thompson, had been invited on an Africa trip by Marcel Malanga, his former high school football teammate in a Salt Lake City suburb. However, other teammates alleged that Marcel had offered up to $100,000 to join him on a security job in Congo, and they said he seemed desperate to bring along an American friend. According to Thompson's stepmother, Miranda Thompson, Thompson's family maintains he had no knowledge of the elder Malanga's intentions, no plans for political activism, and didn't even plan to enter Congo. The plan was for him to travel only to South Africa and Eswatini. As expected, since the verdict was released, his family has been heartbroken, and the family's lawyers has urged supporters to write to the U.S. Congress for assistance to bring him home. However, based on what is happening, it doesn't seem as if the U.S. government is interested in negotiating for the Americans' release. But the question is, was the coup attempt an isolated event purely orchestrated by Christian Malanga, or is the U.S. involved in the whole thing? What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.